Hey everybody, it's Christi. Welcome back to Chats with Christi. And I must say that today I have one of the most beautiful, precious, sweetest friends I've ever had. And that's not to say anything bad about anybody else, because I love everybody just the same, but Shemane's pretty special.
You like me a little bit more.
I do. No. Today I have Shemane Nugent with me, and this woman is a star unto herself. Real America's Voice, Faith and Freedom, and all things Killer House, mold advocate, and a huntress, and I could keep going. So grab your coffee and let's chat. And Shemane Nugent.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my goodness, you honor me with your presence.
Well, I would do anything for you.
Aww.
So when
we
you
go
ask,
back,
I know we go back a long time.
like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
We decided.
Yeah.
We're still babies.
You look exactly the same.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you
I
do.
don't think you age.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh,
Okay,
please.
what else can we say about each other?
I know, right?
Okay, so not everybody knows all the things that I know about all the things you've been through, because you have a lot of followers. You're on Real America's Voice, Faith and Freedom podcast, which also, or YouTube, you also do that on your own, right? The Faith and Freedom. So they can find you on Real America's Voice.
And also, we replay everything on my YouTube channel.
That's
and
right.
other social media, too.
Okay, and you are Queen of the Forest, and that's an outdoor channel show under
Pursuit channel.
Pursuit channel. Oh, you changed. Sorry, outdoor. Yeah, Pursuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then what's the show called? Spirit Wild? Spirit
Ted
of the Wild?
Nugent, Spirit of the Wild.
Okay, can you tell I've watched it a whole bunch?
I know, right?
Sorry, Ted.
That's all right.
Ted's
but
gonna
yeah,
go. Don't let her back in the house.
You know, and that's why I'm here, is because I had asked you 20-some years ago to help us design a house that married Ted's tastes for the great outdoors and hunting and mine, which is a little bit more modern. I don't know.
Yeah, you're more, what did you call it? You called it grit and glam?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was such a great way to put it together. And, you know, we really had to do that stealthily. I don't think Ted's going to watch this. Because, you know, we can have rip sleeve camo shirts and that look, right?
Right.
In your beautiful
That's him.
house.
That's him. But I think a lot of women might struggle with this concept as well. Maybe they're doing some interior decorating and their husband likes one thing and they like another thing. So what do? How do you compromise so that everybody's happy? And you made it work perfectly.
Well, it was fun. And I do like the rustic side of things. And so, but you're more glam. And I think glam is probably a really good word for you. And you're not complicated. You are sophisticated, which she's really surprised that I said that, but it's true. You're very sophisticated. So you're just that neat blend of a woman that can do, you're so assured in your womanhood that you can do everything from hunting and getting dirty to dressing up in heels that I would never wear.
Well, those days are numbered, but yes. And I'm married to a guy that if he wants a short sleeve shirt, he'll cut the sleeves.
Yes.
And if he wants to have a haircut, he will
cut
cut
it
it himself. So
did I ever tell you my husband cuts his own hair too?
Really? I think it's a guy thing, but not every guy will do that or has the confidence. I mean, wouldn't it be great if we just had the same outfit every day for a certain, maybe 4 or 5 different outfits. That's what Ted does.
Yeah.
Like somebody said one time, I saw Ted in the grocery store, but he was in camouflage trying to hide from everybody.
No,
he wears that every day.
Wait, when did Ted ever hide?
Yeah.
Never. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I remember this was one of the funnies when we were working on your house, and you had a really cute purse, and we were in the conference room at the architect's office, and we were putting stuff on the table, and this purse came out, and I'm like, oh, that's really cute. Is it? And I think I said something like Coco Chanel, or when you were like, no, and it was another brand, and I'm like, that is so not me. And you're it's funny that we have that yin and yang on that kind of thing too.
Well, I've changed a lot, especially since COVID. And I'm not going to buy those expensive bags anymore. I don't need them. I don't want them. On the other hand, I'm not going to get rid of the ones I have.
Right.
I like that, but I'm not afraid to go shopping at whatever. Literally,
yeah.
There is at bar none in Waco, Texas, that I just bought some shoes at. I'm not afraid to wear. I'll wear a nice necklace with a shirt from Target or something like that. And I think that's more and more people are going, why do I need to spend so much money?
Yeah.
I'm going to use what I have, but I want to zhuzh it up.
Well, and I say that, but you've always been conservative. Like you are not one of those women that has to have this, that, and the other and change it every day. You've never been like that.
No.
So I don't want to sell you short in that department either. You're very honorable.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'll just come hang out with you more often for compliments.
Well, we've been trying to do that.
I know, right?
Yeah. So I wanted you today, number one, I wanted to talk a little bit about how we work together, which is kind of neat. It's really neat when you develop a relationship where your client / friend says, I want this vibe, Pinterest boards, all kinds of things, but I need you to, and so it's been a really neat, it's been a really neat compromise or collaboration, but also you gave me enough that I could work with it, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And I don't know how you do it, but I would just come to you with, there was a commercial like where somebody had a faucet, build us a house around this faucet.
Yes.
And I would do that to you with colors. Like, I like this color. We've got to have the animal prints somewhere.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of animal mounts, rustic wood, and we would come up with the elements, fire, wood, some type of steel, and give me a little sparkle somewhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you did it, but whenever I have a problem with decorating something, Christi, help me.
You mean like a Christmas table spread?
Like a Christmas table spread? Yes, like my podcast background. Yeah, everything.
I love it. And I appreciate the fun of it too. So the other thing, you have been through a lot. And I'm assuming that not everybody knows your story, and I know you have more books than just Killer House, but will you kind of give a synopsis of your background with having toxic mold in your home?
So having our MTV Cribs house was contaminated with toxic mold between the walls. We never saw anything. We just kept getting sicker and sicker. And this was 25 years ago. Nobody was talking about mold. So a lot of people just thought Ted and I were crazy. I went to dozens of different doctors. Honestly, I think this is going to be for another podcast, but it opened my eyes to a lot of things. When doctors couldn't help me, I had to become my own investigative sleuth. So now I'm on the warpath to help educate and enlighten people about toxic mold. There's a statistic that 80% of all buildings, homes and buildings, have some form of mold. I would say it's 100%.
I think you're right.
And a lot of people don't know how to recognize it. I get messages all the time, what did you do? What were your symptoms? It's different with everybody. It could be headaches, it could be insomnia, it could be rashes, it could be upper respiratory issues, it could be even the C word. A lot of different things are related to toxic mold. Once you have that in your system, it never goes away. And you know that if I walk into a room and I say I can't be here, you know why.
Yes.
Something in my spidey sense is saying, you either got toxic mold, you're using chemically scented fabric softener or laundry soap or cleaning products or whatever. So that's what my Killer House book is all about, how to recognize, remediate, and recover from toxic mold.
And then in your book, you have, if people will get the book, there's like, this is how you can recognize. You've got a kind of a list in there.
Yeah. These are just some of the symptoms. And again, it can be related to anything. there is a gene, we were talking about that, the MTHR. They call it something else.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that here, because then you have to use the non-PG.
Yeah.
But
you have to choose that
yes,
setting.
but there's a gene that makes some people, you could have a husband and a wife in the same house, and one person would get sick and one wouldn't because they have this gene. But then there are other things, Christi, that you and I have talked about before that will make you more susceptible, and that is, if somebody has ever said anything to you or done anything to you that felt like it's a sucker punch, that's a physiological reaction that your body has, and that will set you up for being sicker faster as well.
So almost like a stress situation, and that's so interesting. We could take, and we'll do this at some point on the other spiritual warfare channel that I do, we could take that all the way down into spiritual warfare things in this world, the unseen realm. But that will be another conversation, which will be a fun one. But, okay, so you have your documentary. Tell everybody about your documentary.
So the documentary is also called Killer House, and that's available at killerhouse.org, and you're in that.
I am.
You are one of the stars. You're one of the people that helped me recognize not only what's going on, but when we built a new house, recognize, oh no, you can't do that. And I think everybody needs an advocate. Everybody needs a Christi.
If they'll listen.
That's the problem.
And I'm encountering that right now on a project with the builder. And it's like, I'm concerned that this water leak has occurred, and I'm concerned that this wasn't dealt with completely, and there may still be water here in between this, that, and the other, in the insulation, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And I know that the homeowner, she has a predisposition for asthma and other things. So the house was in a fire, and so there was a lot of water in the house. And so I really tried in the beginning, and cost is an issue. I know you had some special equipment put in your house.
Yeah, special HVAC system to run the air, to recycle the air through different ventilation and filters, and like hospital air quality is really important.
Yeah, and I tried to encourage that in this project, but I don't guess I have enough behind me yet for people to really take it. But it was like, that's too expensive, we're not going to do that, kind of thing.
But you know what, here's what I want to ask you. When people say, I can't afford to get my house tested, I can't afford to whatever it is, go to the doctor and find out why I'm having this constant, persistent upper respiratory issue. Just give me a dollar sign. If you have a child that's suffering from asthma.
Oh, yeah.
What is your child's, this is harsh.
Yeah.
What is your child's life worth?
Yeah.
Put a number on it. I don't care if it's $1 billion or $1 trillion, whatever. You can't afford not to recognize that toxic mold is an invisible invader in your home, and it's everywhere.
It is. And so I have a story of a person I know that has just recently remodeled their home, a large home, a nice home. They financially can afford all kinds of things. They had a water leak, remodeled, and now they're having medical treatment after medical treatment. And their dog, their beloved dog, has cancer rampant in the entire body. And it was like, okay, you remodeled the house, but you lived in it while you remodeled it.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff got thrown up in the air, and they were living in it. Then they didn't know that there was a leak in another room of the house that they did not find. And their dog, these people are going to work every day, going to school every day. Their dog's at home, living in that house. And this dog is like a child of theirs. They just had to put the dog down.
No.
And it's just, and so they finally, they moved out. After this, it was like, okay, what else do you need to see? And because the wife just kept getting more and more sick and more and more sick. And it reminded me of your story. You guys would be so sick, and then you'd go out of town, and you'd kind of recuperate over the weekend. And then you come home, and then you get sick again.
Yep. We had a situation in the first house we had when we moved to Texas, where the hot water heater burst inside the home. And I had been through losing my MTV Cribs home, and I know how to remediate. We gutted the whole house. You could see through every, all the way through from the living room through all the bedrooms, and had it redone. And I was still getting migraines, and I couldn't figure it out. My doctor at the time was Dr. David Perlmutter, who wrote the book Grain Brain. And he was my neurologist in Naples, Florida. And I went to him, and I'm like, I don't know why. We remodeled the house. We had a water leak, and I know how to do this. I know what I'm doing. And all he said was like the most expensive 3 minutes. I was in there and out of his office. He goes, I bet you missed a spot. And sure enough, we had the house retested, and we did. And the person who remodeled it at the time did not take out the interior floorboard in the interior wall, didn't take out that floorboard, left the soaking wet floorboard there.
Oh, and it just grew right back. Wow.
People don't realize, and that's why I want to help educate and inspire people. You're sick, and it's not a figment of your imagination. There's something wrong, and maybe God is whispering to you, get to the root of the problem. Tear down that house or build. Look, I left a lot of beautiful handbags that you talked about. We left our MTV Cribs home with just the clothes on our back, and then got rid of those. It wasn't easy. Like, I had to start over with everything, with sheets and towels and scissors and plates and everything.
And you had to get rid of all your family photos,
all
everything.
the family photos. We didn't have digital media back then, but I don't regret it because my life, my son's life, my husband's life, our pet's life are priceless.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so what would you say to someone? I know what we've done before in the past. There's companies in town that you can ask to come test. I know of a woman that actually sent off for a test online. Are there online places that everyday average people could?
I'm working with a few different organizations right now because there's no one-stop shop. If you have toxic mold, here's where you should send your blood test, your urine test, your mold remediation test. There are, unfortunately, mold remediators who don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Or they know what they're doing and they're just scamming you.
Yeah.
So this is an issue. This is a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's affecting everybody. And if Make America Healthy Again, if RFK really wants to, and Dr. Oz has talked about it. He had mold in his home. So I'm trying to weasel my way in.
You're the voice.
I'm trying to get to them, acknowledge that this is a problem. In our veterans community, our military housing is crap. And we're expecting these young men and women to fight for our freedom, to fight for our country, but we put them in the worst housing conditions. And so we need a total overhaul we need to acknowledge in the building industry that our builders, our remediators need to be educated on toxic mold. They spend, an hour? And even in the state of Texas, you don't have to be licensed to be a contractor.
I know, that blows my mind. I'm an interior designer. I'm a licensed interior designer. I have to do continuing education. I have to do all the things just because I'm an interior designer. And a builder doesn't have to be licensed?
No, you have to be licensed to do hair. But you're talking about the sanctity, the safety of someone's home where they spend 12 or 24 hours a day and their pets are.
Yeah.
And you've got people who are scammers. And we've dealt with them a lot. And it's not only is it financially heartbreaking, devastating, emotionally, it takes a toll on you. And I don't want to see anybody else go through that. So I'm gonna keep speaking out about it.
You do that. Okay, so as you're doing that, there's other things you can do in addition to mold and things like that. There's things that we can do in our home. I've just bought this new line of sheets that I'm selling, and yes, a shameless plug. They're linen. They're 100% Belgian flax linen.
And you didn't tell me this. Why?
Well, I have a set for you.
Go ahead. But linen that would be great.
And so what I understand, and of course I love that linen is what the priests were supposed to wear in the temple. You know, it's a good conductiver, whatever that word is. And it's you know, God ordained. So, and there's places in the Bible where they tell you don't wear wool and linen together, you know, don't mix your fibers and things like that. So I think linen is probably good. And you two, you're very specific on like laundry detergents and things like that.
Yes.
Explain what that's all about.
So if you look at your laundry soap and it says Mountain Fresh Spring Air, there's nothing fresh about it.
There's no mountain.
There's no mountain that was cultivated to create that laundry soap. They're endocrine disruptors that will cause you, and they also cause cancer. If you, whatever laundry soap you have, if you look on the packaging, it doesn't require the manufacturer to list the ingredients on the package. So go to what I would recommend to everybody is go to the website of that product and find out the ingredients. And if you can't pronounce it, it's probably not something that you should be washing your clothes in, sleeping in at night, putting next to your head. Your child's sleeping on that, breathing that in, and you wonder why they're sick, they're tired, they have headaches, they don't feel good. It could be your laundry soap or the toxic chemicals you use to clean your house with.
Yeah, I learned a long time ago, vinegar and water is a great floor cleaner. You know, I do that. I have a puppy pad dog. She's geriatric and ancient. And so I'm constantly cleaning her little room, you know, but vinegar and water. So, okay, there's other things that you can do too. What other, like essential oils, do you have to be careful where they come from or the?
I don't think so, but candles, scented potpourri, perfume. I don't wear perfume anymore. I used to. I don't wear that anymore. There was a time when I got really sick. I couldn't get my nails done, wear makeup, hairspray. I couldn't be around all of that. You knew me back then.
I remember, yeah.
I was the person that you'd see in the grocery store with the oxygen. And that's why I'm so outspoken about this, because I don't want anybody else to go through what I've been through. But I guess my best advice is become a label reader. And again, if you can't pronounce it, it's probably not fuel for your body to ingest or to breathe in.
Well, and our skin is the largest organ in our body, and it's absorptive. It absorbs things. I'm having word issues today. So whatever lotion you're putting on, be mindful of because it's going right in your skin. So, okay, so food-wise, I know my shop is next door to a clean food cafe. That's a big thing too, right?
It really is, absolutely. And you're right, what you put on your skin and what you ingest in your body, that's going to you know, maybe the next day or the next couple of days, you don't feel good, but it's not enough to send you to the ER, but you just don't feel great. It could be the food you're eating, it could be allergies to the food that you're eating. And one of the things that I did was I was on a rotation diet where, for example, I would eat chicken on Monday. I wouldn't have chicken again till Thursday. So I'd let it go through my system and then see if I had any reaction to it. That's one way that you could tell. But again, look at the ingredients. Luckily for me, I'm a hunter, so I'm more of a carnivore. And I just do better with that. I try not to eat carbs, but I'm not going to deny myself.
No, I've seen you eat a chocolate chip cookie.
I actually have some in the car, but anyway, chocolate chip cookies and burritos and things like that. My goal is 80-20. 80% of what I eat, what I do, is pretty darn clean. And I exercise as much as I can. But 20%, you know, life is meant to be worth living and enjoying. And if I want to have that chocolate chip cookie, here's the difference. I'll probably make it, the chocolate chip cookie, so I know what goes into it. And I do make some pretty good chocolate chip cookies. But anyway,
you do make good chocolate chip cookies. You do.
But I think that we're going back to, more and more people I think are going back to being self-sufficient, living off the land. And the hunting lifestyle is part of it.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, speaking of things that are supposed to be natural, I want to show you these. I've been dying to open these. I met a new chocolatier out of Florida, and anything with horses. I am, of course, you know, I'm a sucker.
That's so you.
It is so me, and I believe, and I have to put my glasses on to see, but I believe she only has like 3 ingredients in these. It's like cacao nibs and organic cane sugar, 2 ingredients.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
So
we're
going to be the maiden voyage on these. This is the dark chocolate, and y'all, I don't know if this can be.
Oh.
It's the same art, and then here's a card about her mother's the artist, and
Oh my gosh.
and she's the chocolatier, and it's equestrianchocolateco.com, and I'll put this in the description.
You almost don't want to eat it. It's
I know
so
it's
beautiful.
art, and it's the same art on
What?
the outside as on the inside. And apparently, the dark chocolate and the milk chocolate are both just as good because I'm a dark chocolate girl. So, would you like to be the first to experience
hello?
this with me?
Hello.
I will let you.
I
use
would
your
love to.
your
Oh my
little
goodness.
fingers.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers to chocolate and horses. That's really good.
It's very silky smooth. Mm-hmm. The chocolate, I taste the dark chocolate and a little bit of sugar.
Mm-hmm. Not too much, which is why I like dark.
It's actually perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You get to, I'll give you one that's not open.
I will take it.
Take it home. All
Oh my
right.
gosh, this is
Thanks
great.
for being my guest today.
Absolutely, anytime.
And we're gonna do more. So maybe if you'll come back sometime, and maybe we'll do some stuff together.
You got to come back to the house that you helped me design the interior, and we should talk about some of the things that you helped. Like we have axis deer on our property, and you had the idea of recovering stools with axis hide that we have an abundance of.
We already had it. Mm-hmm. Fun. We'll talk about all that.
Yay.
Thank you. All right. Well, you guys, don't forget to subscribe. Please like and comment. Let us know what you think about all this. And yes, maybe there's not smell-o-vision or anything, but we can talk about chocolate. I'll put a bunch of stuff.
good.
And I'll put Shemane's information in the description so you can find her, follow her. You know, what's one more? You got to have all the followers you can get, right? She's so great. She doesn't need any more. But anyway, thank y'all. And I will see you next time.